Good afternoon and welcome back to the allotment on this extremely drizzly afternoon. I have not timed today's trip well at all. The weather was lovely this morning, the sun was even trying to come out, and I've spent the day so far, it's now about 3 p.m, faffing and fermenting some chilies ready to make some chili sauce, which I did film, but that will be in next week's video. And then I thought, right, great, I'm going to come down now and enjoy a few hours at the allotment this afternoon, and literally as soon as I got in the car, the heavens have opened. Currently hiding in the polytunnel, and I've noticed that my mighty sunflower has fallen down. That is so sad, but it had a good run. So there's two things that are stopping me just going out there and battling through. Or actually three. One, my glasses, because I don't have windscreen wipers, and I did want to wear my contact lenses today, but when I was putting them in after cutting up all of the chilies, I was just burning my eyes trying to put them in, so I had to draw the line there. So I will get blurred vision in about 3 seconds of being in the rain, so I don't really see what I'm doing. Two, I don't have a hood, which would be really quite handy right now. And then the third thing is that I do need to go in public after this trip to go and collect a little sideboard thing that I bought from an antiques place. But I'm starting to think that I cut my losses and head there now, and then by some miracle it might be clear by the time I get back. On the plus side, there are some really cute gardening bits and bobs at this antique place, so I might bring you along to show you those and we'll come back. I do really quickly want to show you what I brought down with me to do today. Really should have checked the weather forecast, shouldn't I? Because I've just looked now and it does just say rain, 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 rain. So that was a bit of a rookie error. Just got to enjoy my tea. I'm just extremely grateful for the shed and the polytunnel to hide in right now. Okay. I've shut the shed door for the first time since gardening here. Anyway, you might have noticed I was carrying this frame down. And I say frame, it's 3 metal hoops from Harrod Horticulture, and they look super sturdy, and I'm very excited because I bought these for covering over those brassicas that I planted out in a recent video. If it eases off a little bit, I'm still going to battle through and do it, and then I'll be covering this with the bird and butterfly netting, which I picked up from my favourite gardening spot, Stratford Garden Company. So I think it's eased off, so I'm going to brave it now and get this frame up, so I've at least ticked one thing off the list today. I have to just stop here and say that gardening this year has been such a teacher for positivity. I know that sounds a little bit airy-fairy, but right now I'm just ever so grateful that the rain has slowed down and also that it's watering the garden, so it really does make you look on the brighter side of life rather than worrying and focusing on the negatives. These brassicas that I planted out are looking really good. There's been some nibbling on this one, but the others are surviving, so I think the cover's probably come at the perfect time. I do think there might be some little mice trying to burrow in here potentially, but I'm very excited to see the spinach popping up, which I sowed a couple of weeks ago. Right, I'm not going to do too much nattering now, and I'm going to crack on and pop this frame over here. There are also a few little things poking up, which I don't know what they are, which they really look like spring onions or something. Could just be grass. And then there's another little seedling here.
Appalachian sunrise meets my skin. Even with my eyes still closed, I can feel it coming in. Golden, golden, I'll follow only golden. mountain laurel high fives for miles in spring. Rainbow trout and a hummingbird wing. Golden, I'll follow when we go.
Oh, thank goodness. I actually thought this wasn't big enough, which was baffling me, as this is 3 by 4 meters wide and this bed is 1.2 meters wide by 1 meter wide. So I was really starting to worry then. The rain is really starting to pick up again now. I think now I've seen how this works, I am going to add the other pole hoop, the other side, and cover it all the way across. But I'm not going to do that right now because I'm going to have a jiggery pokey around what crops are in there and what I want to put in there instead. So for now I'm just going to secure these ones down and have a last little look around and then potentially make a run for it for now. This is really turning into one big natter, but I often see that Claire from the Farmyard Garden, she also has a YouTube channel, uses these clips to go onto the raised beds, and I'm just thinking those would be perfect right now for this.
By my son, feet step over splinters of the moon.
Yay, mission accomplished for now. I was thinking about carrying it on today, but I must say the rain is, I mean now I'm saying that it's just eased off again, but it was quite relentless. So I am happy with that for today, and then I will extend it out over to this side with the third hoop another day. Some more beetroot here. Small munchings, but they're okay. One of the things on my list today was to harvest the artichoke, and do we think this is ready? I'm going to give it a go anyway. Imagine it's pretty small, but I think it's time to give it a try. So many little yellow courgettes. Not bad for a rainy day harvest. I've got some chard, the artichoke, and 3 small courgettes. The hair is getting frizzier and frizzier. I think I've hit my rain limit, but I just wanted to ask your opinion on something before I do head off. And it's about my huge butternut squash. So I've just been quickly checking on it, and I noticed that underneath there's a crack. Ooh. Will it kind of scar over and turn into a bit like a skin, or do I need to harvest that now? I don't think it's quite ripe yet, but maybe I should harvest it and store it. I'm not sure, so any tips or thoughts on this would be greatly received. This cucumber is looking good. I'm sure it's enjoying the rain. Oh goodness, I was just checking on this one to see what it was like underneath, and I've accidentally twisted it off. So I've officially harvested my first butternut squash. And this was the butterbush variety, so it's quite small, and I'm not sure if they're meant to grow bigger than that, because the one over there I'm sure is the same plant, even though that one does seem to be trailing and this one doesn't. I'm back in the safety of the shed now with my cup of tea. I'm going to scoot off to the antique place now, have a little look at what gardening bits they've got there, and I might go via a garden centre to pick up some onion sets, as they are on my autumn winter gardening shopping. Drowned rat look, but I'm back home now. I didn't have time to pop in at a garden centre because I was catching the antique place quite late, just before they shut, and I thought I'd just quickly show you what I picked up. I didn't have time to have a good scoot around there, but I did capture a few little snippets, so you would have seen those. I bought this gorgeous, huge basket, rather ginormous, and it's in the shape of a banana. Almost, that's how I would describe it. And then I could not resist one of the obelisks that I saw there, and I thought it was a really good price. It's £45 and it is solid, so that will be really great for some climbing something or other next year. What do you think, Bruno? Going to fit lots of veggies in there, aren't we? I'm going to call it a day here for this video. Thank you ever so much for joining me on this very rainy afternoon. It's 6 o'clock and it's still raining. It hasn't stopped. Anyway, I hope you have a lovely week ahead, and I will see you again soon. Bye!